Germany is stepping into uncharted territory once again. More than a decade after ending compulsory military service, Berlin is preparing to reintroduce a form of voluntary service, and possibly even conscription, if the security situation demands it. This move marks a historic shift in German defense policy, shaped by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, NATO's growing demands, and calls from Washington for Europe to take greater responsibility for its own security. But is Germany ready to revive a draft system that was abolished under Angela Merkel in 2011? And how will today's younger generation respond? Chancellor Friedrich Merz has made military readiness a top priority of his administration. His message is clear: Germany must be able to defend itself in order to deter war. We want to be able to defend ourselves so that we don't have to defend ourselves, he told the nation earlier this year. His words reflect the seriousness of the threat Europe faces, with Russia's war in Ukraine reshaping the continent's security environment. The new plan, passed as a draft bill by the German cabinet, introduces voluntary military service, but leaves the door open for conscription. In practice, this means that all 18-year-old Germans, men and women alike, will receive an online questionnaire about their willingness to serve. Men will be required to complete it, while for women, it remains optional. Questions will cover physical fitness and readiness for duty, with the aim of identifying a pool of young people willing to step forward. Defense Minister Boris Pistorius has set ambitious targets, increasing the size of the Bundeswehr from its current 182,000 soldiers to 260,000 by the early 2030. On top of that, the number of reservists is set to rise to 200,000. These figures align with NATO's new force goals, which call for European allies to strengthen their militaries in the face of growing global instability. To achieve this, Germany is also boosting its defense budget to 3.5% of GDP over the next 4 years, a level not seen since the Cold War. The response from young people has been mixed. Quentin Gartner, 18, head of the Federal Pupils Conference, said his generation wants to defend democracy, but also insists on having a say in the decisions that affect them. We can only do our part and take responsibility for our society when we are included in every decision-making process affecting our generation, he told the BBC. Despite this enthusiasm, others worry about the impact on education, careers, and personal freedoms. The government insists the service will remain voluntary for as long as possible. But if security conditions worsen, or if recruitment numbers fall short, the Bundestag could approve compulsory service. Pistorius, however, is confident that attractive pay and career prospects will bring in volunteers. Already this year, the Bundeswehr has seen a 28% increase in new recruits compared to last year, suggesting that the message is resonating with some. Still, critics argue the government should focus on making the military a better employer rather than relying on the threat of compulsion. Members of the Social Democrats, the junior coalition partner, have voiced concern, while some conservatives fear requiring parliamentary approval before conscription could slow down the response in a crisis. Outside politics, skepticism is even stronger. Anti-war groups like Rheinmetall Entwaffnen reject the idea outright, declaring on social media, "We want nothing to do with the wars of the ruling classes. We will not fight your wars." Commentators too have questioned whether forcing young people into service is the right path, with some calling instead for a professional, well-paid army. Germany's debate over military service reflects a deeper question. How should a democracy balance its security needs with the rights and aspirations of its young citizens? For now, the plan relies on volunteers. but the specter of conscription looms large if Europe's security environment continues to deteriorate. What's clear is that Germany is leaving behind the post-Cold War era of minimal defense and stepping into a new chapter of military preparedness, one that could redefine both its armed forces and its society.